What's up? Inflatable Gal 5 here, and today we have another cool video as usual. And today is on the 2019 Monster Ambulance from Lowe's. Another good one indeed. This is the other one I got from Jason. Like I said, I traded this one and the Pumpkin Creeper in the last video for the Sam's Club Haunted House. And I think he definitely got the better end of the deal, but it was for a much bigger reason, because last time I traded with him, I didn't mention that something I sent him ended up thinning out in the mail, and I felt pretty bad, because I was selling it to him, and it was thin. He knew it was thinning, and then it got worse when I sent it in the mail to him, and I felt pretty bad about it. And like I said, I just didn't need the house anymore, so I thought it was perfect. And with the Reaper being $110, and one of the big problems about this I'm going to talk about in a minute, this being a egregious $150, that equals $10 more than what the haunted house retailed for. So retail value, I got back what I paid for the house, basically. 2 base fans, animation, and kaleidoscope. I think I did pretty good. I got 2 things with base fans and 2 special things. But there is 2 problems with this thing that I'm going to mention. I do really like this. It is a great design. It's only sold 1 year, and this one is actually, I would say, I'd throw it in the rare category, definitely, for sure. Maybe uncommon, depends on who you ask. Because some people like it, but some people don't. I've never met anyone that actually doesn't like it, but I know there's probably someone out there that think it's weird. But this is another one of those living vehicles that I love, like the train, or like one that I've been trying to get for a while. I've said it before, the oil tanker truck. I absolutely love that one. That is my favorite. I even like it better than the train, honestly. There's a couple of other living vehicles out there, I believe. Or just vehicles in general. I love the vehicles. I'm a sucker for the bikers, indeed. And yeah, it's just another one to add to my personal collection of those. Because the ambulance, as you can see, has eyes and teeth. He is a living, sentient ambulance. And this is about 8 feet long. I don't know what it means. I'm guessing 8 feet long. I don't know how tall it is. I'm going to clock in. I'm going to stand next to it and see in a second. But this is mostly in good shape. And this also came, as I said, from Jackson and then went to him. He traded something for this one. I'm not going to say what he traded because that's just his personal business. But I do like this thing. It's still in very fine shape indeed. I think the green might be a little bit faded in some spots. But that's okay, because fading is going to happen regardless. Now, the second problem with the price being $150, basically. A little bit more at tax. This was at Lowe's. And as you see, this is the floor model because of that sticker, I believe. Or at least, I don't know if floor models, if they slap that on there, but the ones they use on the floor, unless they just slapped it on in a pile and this was one of those last ones sitting there. Because I also have another one that has it, which I haven't done a video on yet. I've been holding off for a couple months. I'm still waiting. But, has that as well. I only have 2 inflatables with that sticker slapped on it. So maybe that means floor models, but it says Halloween Airblown Animated Monster Ambulance is what that stands for. $150 for 2019 seems egregious. Nowadays, that'd still be crazy. I don't think it would retail for that, but I know Lowe's and Home Depot like to jack up some of their prices. And the problem with it, so I thought I was going to have a 125. And I was saying, okay, 125, it should be good. For that price, that'd be fine. Animation, 125. No, this has an 80. That's right, it has an 80. That's the second problem. I don't know why it has an 80. You're going to see here, it does take a second to get up. So I think they could have definitely got away with a 125. And the eye would have spun a lot faster. It spins fast. Maybe that's why they didn't do a 125. They didn't want it having the problem that the witch on the tree does. That it spins super fast. And I've had friends actually, the eyes actually snapped off. Like the zip tie broke on the, you know that witch with the spinning eyeballs from Lowe's a couple years back, or maybe last year it was. One of my friends, actually funny enough, Jason, one of her eyes popped off because the zip tie broke or something and it had to be put back on. It just came off because how fast it was spinning. It was ridiculous. So maybe that's why I didn't want to do a 125. Maybe Lowe's wanted to be cheap and said put an 80, but at least it's not a 60. But it does inflate tight, but as you see here, it is definitely taking a second. It does get up on its own without stakes and tethers. Obviously, it will get up better when it is staked in tethers. There's only 1 zipper on this. And there's a couple cool things about this, though, that I do like in particular. It is getting up, but it's definitely a medium size. Again, 150 seems kind of much. I'd say 100, and my friend said he wouldn't even pay 80 for it. I think 80 would be an okay price. 100 would be reasonable. 150 is just... His head is the last thing to get up the worm. They call it monster, but it is a worm. It takes 1 sec to go a little fast. Oh yeah, I was blinking there for a sec. That bull might be getting ready to burn out. Yeah, that bull might burn out. Let me go fix that. And by fix that, I mean punch it until it stops doing that. I was punching it in the sense I was hoping it was going to burn out, but it actually went back to being normal. It was just acting weird. But, yeah, it's spinning its eyeball. I thought its tail moved. That's what I thought it also did. But I'm thinking about the camper, I believe, or the monster truck one, the monster food truck. I think there's a hand out the back of it that moves, and there's an eye on the top. I really thought there was a blinking light in that light, the siren up top. I guess I was wrong. I think one of these bulbs are out, and I think it's one in between the two eyes in the doorway that you walk into the ambulance. But as you see, it is a medium size. It should get people's attention. I actually really do like the size. It is very cool, not too big, not too small. But there is detail and little things all over. We're going to start from the front and work our way to the sides. As you see, like I said, it is a living, sentient ambulance with teeth on the grill and eyes. It's very pissed, it looks like, too. It says ambulance. Inflation-wise, like I said, pretty tight. Could be tighter in some corners. It's not thinning, and you see it does puff up very well back there on the square. There is actually red lining detail all over the top of this, which is very interesting, and red still to be found on the back of this. No detailing on the ambulance on the back besides that, but that's very interesting that it goes around. I'd say inflates tightness 1 to 10. I'd say 7, maybe 8. That inflates tight to do the job, but it could be tighter, especially on corner spots where that's the weak point. But it gets the job done, but I should be able to tell when it starts thinning in that case. And as you see here, we have the worm with his spinning eye, which I'm going to stop that for a second. It is red and black, and those are the holes to let the air spin. There's 1, there's 2. And it just blowing back and forth, it just does that. And it shakes his head a little bit, so it looks like he's laughing. He has all of these crooked, jagged, pointy teeth, which, you know, inflate okay. And this giant red lip, which is, there you go, curved. And he's breaking out of a window. He went through every window, this fat fuck. And he even broke through the roof of the damn thing. As you can see, some of the roof right there ripped off in the tail. And he has bandages all over him. And there's one hanging off his head right there. And an actual band-aid there. He's like a, I don't know what these are called, spleen cast ones. And that is a band-aid. And you get to the side here, you see the 2 giant wheels. A bunch of eyes peering through here. Don't know what that could be or who it could be. More broken windows from him crashing through everything. And a giant ambulance logo right there with the cross, which is very nice. And there's the worm himself. There's more of it. The last of it. It goes basically through it. And then out the window to the roof and out the front window is how that works. And at the back, very tight. And he's basically a square shape, so this is definitely going to leave a weird mark in my yard. And the back is not pleasing. It's literally a giant white TV shape square. It reminds me of that Grinch TV where there's nothing on it. It's a weird ass shape. It's literally a giant ass rectangle. That is all it is. A giant white rectangle from the back. But there's a lot of detail on the front, so they did do a good job with this. And the creator is probably very happy of his work because it's a very good design. I'd say it's a nice one for a newer, creepy design. And tether points, there is thankfully 1 on each side of this. So it's like the mail truck. It shouldn't be going anywhere. And the mail truck from last year stood down and stayed down. 1 on each corner, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. I'll actually give you a view at the bottom. in case anyone was interested. But the bottom, the fan is right in the center, right there, and you have the wheels there, and nothing else under it. No bottom tethers, no nothing. And it's just the base fan legs, which are weird looking indeed. This pulling on it is weird, but it's on there tight. But light bulbs, I thought there was going to be one in the tail. I felt it up a bunch. There's not. At the moment, I'm looking at 5, but I'm guessing there's 6, regular. And I think one is burnt out right there in that window, because I looked in the video. I believe one is supposed to hang right there in the middle, because there's one in the worm, one in the grill of the truck, one in its eyes, one in the tail, and like I said, one in the worm, and one more there. That'd be 6. But I don't know how well this is going to light up, especially the back part where ambulance is. The tail, that is going to also be a problem I might have to fix and put spotlights to the test. But that might be an issue. And yeah, I really like this guy. I think he's cool. Yeah, it doesn't come up too often. There was one on eBay for about $200, but that one sadly sold, so he is worth a little bit. Hopefully I can use it this year with my theme. It does match, but not all the way. Like, it's cool, but I just don't think it's scary enough. It is, but it's weird indeed. I don't think it fits my vibe this year, so I might have to just use it next year. But I'm definitely planning on keeping it because it is in perfect shape. But I might have to use it next year if it doesn't fit the way I want it to in the yard. So if you don't see it, it doesn't mean I got rid of it. It means it's still in storage and I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. But thank you, Jason. I hope you enjoy your house. I can't wait till you get it and see it in person. I can't wait to see his video on it. It should be there in 2 days. It should get to his house. He should message me and let me know it got there. Because shipping does take very fast to get here. Like, this ambulance came yesterday of posting this video. This video I'm making right now is on Friday. And this came on Wednesday. And the creeper... Oh, no, this came on Thursday. And the creeper came today on Friday. I'm doing both of these videos the same day. I'm filming them both the same day. But, yeah, that's all being said. Thank you, Jason, indeed. This is Inflatable Guy 05 signing out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.